pere, pere. Pere, 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 pere. Gotcha.
Hey, what's good, everyone? Welcome back. Today we're going to be getting into episodes 806 to 808. We're going to be doing 3 today. Let's freaking go. Of the One Piece. That wasn't even English, bro. I don't know what kind of grammar I've got. It's actually been a little bit since I've watched One Piece. Life has been freaking chaotic the last few weeks. I'm not gonna lie. I've been slacking on the One Piece and Soul Leveling recordings. Work has just been insane, y'all. Guys, I've been getting my butt whooped. My butt is being whooped. Let's go and recap the character ratings from last time. We gave MVP to Reiju around her helping Sanji escape. Like, she actually, had empathy for Sanji and loved, actually, even though she kind of took a backseat a lot and, played up to her brothers and, didn't want to be called out. At least when it came down to it, she actually helped him. And, I don't know, I just love the whole send-off that she had for him too, kind of talking about how he'll find friends someday or people who will love him and support him. For the best moment, we gave that to Sanji's mom, and kind of just how she validated and encouraged Sanji around his passion for cooking and taking, having the maid take it out of the garbage and her still eating it, even though it was already gross. It got soggy, all these things, and she still wanted to eat it to support Sanji. And then, of course, poor Sanji loses his mom shortly after that, which sucks, man. For the funniest moment was when Luffy had his mukbang of the biscuits. And Nami was like, Luffy's gonna be king of pirates, so he'll never stop eating. So ridiculous. I rewatched these episodes with my girlfriend. I mean, it's probably a couple weeks ago now, but she thought that was so funny too. Man, I feel like that's an iconic Luffy moment already. Before we get into this one, if y'all do enjoy these reactions, consider dropping a like or following the channel, subscribing, all that good YouTube shit. I appreciate it. Or check out the Patreon, the link below. We're 4 weeks ahead there if y'all want to get early access, uncut reactions, all that good shit. So appreciate y'all being here. Let's go ahead and get into these episodes. Is it pudding? No. Don't take his cig. Oh my god. This is so ridiculous, y'all. Look at his feet. This reminds me of Squidward when he eats all the Krabby Patties, except the opposite. Goes to his thighs.
No, worse! It'll go right to your thighs!
My thighs?
And then you blow up!
Skip it up and down up.
The epic compilation of Luffy Monchin. Again, at some point he's just gonna yak this all up right onto man, why am I forgetting his name all of a sudden? Cracker. Oh my god. That's some insane pressure. Bro, this is gonna be ridiculous. What the fuck's gonna happen with this? Oh god. In massive mode. Bro, it's gonna be like even stronger. Stuffed version? It's so ridiculous, dude. It's so epic. It's so ridiculous. Yeah, I wonder if it's gonna be like even tauter or something. Like, it's gonna be stronger. Yo, dude, Luffy looks legit. Jeez, man. Okay. Luffy! Damn, did not do anything? Dude, so good. Damn, he's about to flex on Cracker right here. This is insane, bro. The power of being satiated. Yeah. I can't, man. Bop. Bang. Dude, look at this animation. Okay, One Piece. Yeah, let's go, dude. He fucked him up. Taking out the homies along the way. Sheesh. Just a giant hill. He's gonna like land in like the town and stuff. People are gonna see it. Smoothie Sama? Little do you know. Please just go into her place. Dude, it's crazy he's going this fast still when he's gone through like so much shit. Just a flying cracker. Haha, let's go. Love that shit, man. He should fear him. Fear Luffy. And things are about to go ham from here. Oh no, he's gonna fly around for a minute, isn't he? Or not. He's still fat as shit. That's the first big dub of this arc. Sweet General Snack. Damn, she's vindictive. Yeah, I'm kind of curious about like how strong Big Mama is like one-on-one and stuff. Huh. Okay, so her powers are a bit more complicated. I mean, I'd imagine if she's like collecting people's life like that, she could use that energy or something, you know? They don't give a shit, man. That's not Luffy's style. What the fuck? The soakers. Get wrecked, boy, stupid tree. I'm getting nervous for this. I don't know why. God, I hate them so much. It's a pretty dope carriage, though. Yeah, for real. We already know Yonji's not as strong as him. That was this huge cat, bro. Man, such a celebration, and yet he obviously feels nothing like he can celebrate for. He's just sacrificing himself. Ah, I hate them all. Ah. They like literally make my blood boil, man. Yeah, he's free then, dude. That's sad. Fuck. Damn, we're getting flashback here? Oh man, what was this guy's name again? I should remember this. I've watched reactions to this plenty times myself. Oh man, what a throwback, man. Damn, it's wild seeing all this reanimated. It's so, especially like the really old stuff where it was like, you know, animated so long ago. I don't remember his name either, man. It's been too long. Classic. Nah, this cracks his plate, right? Or maybe not. Another one. Damn, bro. Dude, that move is so cool. Luffy's devil fruit power has to be one of the best ones by far. Like, it's just so creative. It's like so goofy on the surface, but it's always been so strong. Like how much tension and power you can build with it. Playing it off real smoothly. Slowly shrinking. It's so. Oh, you're hungry now already. He needs to balance out all those carbs with some meats, some protein. Yo, right here? Are they actually gonna run into them already? Dude. Oh, I'm nervous.
Sanji,
Of course he just goes in. I wonder how Sanji's gonna react though. Yonji.
手紙に書いてあったけど待つの嫌だし本当は俺一人で来ようかと思ったんだけどまあ確かに一人じゃ俺
What the?
帰れ下級海賊
Why is he doing that?
俺の名はビンスモーク・サンジジェルマ王国のプリンスだまさかここまでやってくるとはご苦労さん
He must just be an act, right? Like.
ふざけんな何言ってんだ納得できるか
よし追い払うの手伝ってやるよ
手出さん俺が追い払う
Dude, what the fuck? What's going on with him, dude? I thought he would be like, I don't know, like happy to see, like, I mean, like glad to see them, but sad to see them. I don't know. I mean, if I had to guess, he's just playing it up to, you know, try to protect them at the end of the day. I kind of just remembered too, I guess Sanji could be acting this way as well to protect Zeph since they kind of have him hostage to a degree or as leverage against him.
海は広いいつか必ず優しい人たちに会えるから
まさかゴジアの空想に巻き込まれるとはな間一髪だったなお子供
俺をこの船で働かせてください雑用でも何でもするコックになりたいんだお願いしますお願いしますお願いしますお願いしますお願いしますお願いしますお願いします
Damn,
お願い
dude.
しますお願いしますお願いします
This is hard to watch.
伝説の海さどこかにあるんだ俺はいつか必ずその海を探し出すんだイーストブルーウエストブルーノースブルーサウスブルーこの4つの海にいる
Man, I can't wait to see all the Straw Hats achieve their dreams someday. Like, I wonder if, like, where One Piece is right now, if they've found the All Blue yet.
黙れ女のコックなどいらねえ俺は何でも蹴りでしつけるたちなんだ女相手じゃそれができねえ
なんでわからね
I wonder why they're showing us all of this again. I feel like they could have just showed us in this way originally instead of just one long reanimation.
いいかちびなす人間としてならいくらでも間違えだが男の道を踏み外したときゃてめえの金玉を
So savage, man. I like how he focuses on the other part of it, though, about him taking his own head.
親の落とし前ってもんだ
Oh, that's such a good moment. Damn, bro. There was not a lot of... I feel like that was a lot of filler in there. I don't know if it was actually filler or not, but...
なんでだよ俺はお前なんかに優しくされる覚えはねえぞなんでだよなんでだ
お前が俺と同じ夢を持ってたからだ
Man, it's so interesting just getting so much of Sanji's character.
大丈夫さ俺がいるんだ
He's a deeper character than we've been led to believe, I feel like.
遅いちびなすまた女がちびなすおい3時風邪ひくなよ
Yeah. Like, knowing all the context of how Zeph really took that parental role for him, this is just makes this seem so much sadder. I guess we're seeing his perspective, though.
縄張りを越えてここまで
Yeah, see, he's shocked. Very different demeanor than what we saw last episode.
なんてあいつらここに
迎えに来たぞ 踊るって手紙に書いてあったけど、待つの嫌だし。
Yeah, see, it's painful for him. Yeah, they got too much on his, too much leverage on him for him to actually try to leave with Luffy.
こいつの首が飛んでもいいのか。
Probably feels so trapped.
チョッパーとブルックで迎えに来たんだよ。
お前は生贄だ、サンジ。私も相変わらず。
男の道を踏み外した時はこの俺も首を切る。おい、
Damn, dude.
サンジ、
You can feel
風。
so much from that, like all those cuts, quick cuts, the blurriness, just you can feel so much.
ちょっと何してんのサンジ君。
帰れ、下級海賊。俺とお前らとの身分の差は一目瞭然。ここにいや金も兵士も召使いも使い放題。またあのくだらねえお前の仲間たちの船へ。
Dude.
ここで4個ビッグマムの美しい娘を妻にもらい暮らすのとどっちが幸せかなんて比べるまでもねえよな。
It's gonna drive Luffy nuts seeing like Sanji not being himself.
俺が追い払う。
Dude, are we really gonna have to see them fight? This kind of reminds me of Luffy versus Usopp back in Water 7. I mean, obviously Sanji's like faking this. He's not actually upset with Luffy, but still. Seeing like the Straw Hats go at each other at all is always so sad.
お前が海賊王になれるかどうかも疑わしいのが本音だよ。
Damn, that's an awful thing to say to Luffy.
じゃあずっと俺を騙してたことになる。
ああ、そうだ。
There's no way they should believe
腹
in
の
this.
中で見下してた。体現してやるよ。構えろ。ディアブルジャンブ。
I don't like this.
ジューシュート。
Oh, jeez. Oh, his tooth too? What the fuck?
サンジ君、本気でルフィを。
Yeah, he did not hold back, that's for sure. I just like can't like believe Nami and Luffy wouldn't
なんで覇気がいるんだ。
see through
俺
this.
とは戦わねえ。
Damn, you know Sanji's not gonna want to do that either. Guys, these episodes suck. I hate this.
お前とは
Sanji kind of looks badass with the cape though and the flaming foot.
消えろよ。お前はいつもわがままばっかりだ。
That's so untrue.
おいボック、お前仲間になってくれよ。俺の海賊船のコックに。これは決闘だ。
It's an interesting kind of duel, that's for sure. Jeez, dude. Sometimes it says more, not fighting back. It kind of reminds me of the whole like confrontation with not Bellamy. I was gonna say Bellamy, and him not like fighting because it's not worth it. But this is like not fighting because it is worth it almost. Like this is one of your best friends, your Nakamas.
消えろ。
God, I hate this.
やめてよサンジ君。
さっさと消えろ。
Damn, Luffy's fucking popping off right now. It's insane.
断る。もう容赦しねえ。死んで後悔すんじゃねえぞ。
Luffy's not someone who lives with regret, man. He knows what he's doing for you. Oh, I don't like it. Jeez, look at this shit, man. What a dope move.
帰らねえ。お前はいいコックだから一緒に海賊やろう。
God, why are they doing this to me?
コンカス。
I wonder how painful this is for Sanji to have to do. So who won the duel?
なんて戦闘力だ。さすがはビンスモークの血筋。
God.
ちょっとサンジ。さよなら。ごめんね。余計なことして。
おお、きついよ
Eh.
な。しびれるぜ。
Oh, this hurts my heart, dude. Man, Reiju can see through this shit. Yep. He knows better than that.
俺のこと蹴るだけ蹴っても痛えのはお前だろ。止めるサンジ。
Damn.
進め。
Fuck, dude. This is so sad. Man, Luffy's such a good friend.
旅はまだ途中だぞ。
Really powerful.
俺はここで待ってるからな。お前が戻ってこねえなら俺はここで餓死してやる。
Aww.
お前は俺の船のコックだから。俺はお前の作った飯しか食わねえ。腹が減っても槍がふ
And then and he says, Luffy's selfish, right? Look at this. Look how selfless he is for his friend. He died for him, man.
お前がいねえと俺は海賊王になれねえ。
Y'all, this arc's gonna be the end of me. I can't handle this. It's too emotional, dude. Like, Jesus. Now my nose is all runny. Oh, and don't do this to me too. The compilation of flashbacks with the whole crew. Skypea, dude. Man, what a moment that was too. Fucking love Thriller Bark. That's probably my, like, low-key my favorite arc.
俺もいつか行こうと思ってるぜ、グランドライン。
じゃあ今行こ
まだ時期じゃねえんだよ。
Never the right time.
オールブルーって知ってるか？
う。いや、
なんだ知らねえのかよ。奇跡の海の話さ。その海にはよ。
Woof, y'all. Woof. Really hard set of episodes to watch. That had to be some of the saddest. Like, it reminds me so much of Usopp versus Luffy, but in such different ways. Like, obviously Sanji and Luffy aren't actually beefing here, but just seeing Straw Hats fight each other is hard, and then like knowing how much is unspoken from Sanji and how much Luffy understands that is really heartbreaking. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and move forward the review section for these episodes. Real tough watch. I'm not gonna lie. Really, really hard seeing Sanji and Luffy fight like that. In such a very unique and much more painful way than if they were just butting heads. Honestly, like, I think the most powerful part of these episodes was, you know, when Luffy said that, you know, no matter how many times Sanji kicks him, it's not Luffy that's hurting, it's Sanji that's the one who's getting hurt. And I think that's what's so painful about this. I mean, you feel bad for Luffy just taking a beating from Sanji, of course, but the part that is so heartbreaking to watch is that Sanji can't be himself. You know, he's pretending to be someone he isn't just to protect the people in his life. You know, Sanji's such a selfless person. He always makes decisions around the people he loves, and it's sad that he has so much leverage being used against him, like his hands for cooking, how it's like one of his most important things. Zeph, you know, his parental figure, who obviously is probably one of the most important people in the world to him, who saved him in multiple ways. And obviously his friends being kind of threatened from Big Mama's pirates. Just really, really sad to see all that. We'll get more into that when we talk about the character ratings. But, you know, outside of that fight itself, you know, I guess jumping back to let's talk about 806 first, since it's a little bit separated from the other two. But Gear 4 tank, absolutely hilarious. Like the stuff version is like stronger than he was before even. Luffy is built different when it comes to food. It only makes his gum powers even stronger, which is pretty freaking funny. Obviously defeats Cracker, which is just absolutely sick. Because Cracker, what was it again, like 800 something million? I mean, that just shows how damn strong Luffy is at this point, to be able to take someone like that down. You know, and it's not even like the top honcho of this arc, so it's gonna be crazy seeing him go full force when he, you know, inevitably faces like Big Mama, for example. We also get name drops of the other sweet generals, Smoothie Sama and Katakuri. Interesting. I'm curious on, you know, how strong they'll be, if they're going to be around the same as Cracker or even stronger. Maybe they'll be stronger. They kind of usually it's the way it goes, is you kind of save the stronger people for later in the arc. But curious to see them. I guess it's been a while since they've all been gathered together, so I'm sure Big Mama sends them out on missions and whatnot. And then yeah, we get a lot of flashbacks in these set of episodes. You know, it's some extent it was a little annoying to a degree, or like, you know, I got a little impatient because we've seen some of these flashbacks just a few episodes ago. Some of them are newer and we've seen them, and I don't think all of them are necessary, but they're obviously there to make you really feel all this emotion and pain and this journey that Sanji has gone through throughout the years. But the part I really loved the most in the flashback, since it was one of the newer ones we got, was the flashback to Barati with Don Krieg and the pirates. I forgot Don Krieg's name at the time, but really liked kind of the reminder of some of that, you know, seeing Luffy and Sanji's relationship form in that arc, but especially the way that Sanji kind of looked up to Luffy by the end of that arc with his confrontation with Don Krieg, and Zeph talking about faith, right? He talks a lot about what really kind of makes somebody overcome their fear of death. Is it, you know, all these weapons and technology to protect yourself? Does that really make you overcome that or make you the strongest? No, a lot of times it's complete faith and confidence in yourself and the people around you. And you can see that Luffy was the one, I think, who showed Sanji what having faith, that really, I think, the strength that faith can really give you. And I think we see that really consolidated in these episodes because Luffy has utmost faith in Sanji, not just as his friend, but you know, kind of just to be the king of the pirates. He knows that he needs Sanji. He knows that he was not going to lose his friend. If he abandons his friend here, you know, what does that say about Luffy's faith in himself and his friends? You know, he would be kind of going back against his word, and he knows that, you know, he won't be king of the pirates without Sanji. And I love how he said he'll never eat food from another cook. You know, he'd rather starve to death here. He's not moving a spot or an inch from this spot. You know, it's just really great to see Luffy in those moments. I think let's just go ahead and get into the character names, because this is kind of what I'm mostly going to talk about here. For MVP, honestly, this is a hard one because, you know, I think on paper I really want to give it to Luffy because of how, you know, kind of talking about that faith, right? And the strength for him to just take a beating and still love his friend like that and know the difference between, you know, his friend acting out versus, you know, being himself. But I really want to give it to Sanji because I think ultimately he's the one who's having to bear so much pain doing this. You know, doesn't want to do this. You can see how painful it is for him to do that. You see his hand in his face as him crying, and as Luffy's shouting out to him more, it only makes it more difficult. But, you know, he's having to bear so much pain to protect the people that he loves, Zeph, the Straw Hats. You know, he's got his hands at risk, so he doesn't really have much of a choice. And like always, Sanji's very selfless, where he's going to put this pain and this burden on himself. That's exactly the reason why he left shots in the first place, because he wanted to put it on himself versus his friends. But it's also a lack of faith in his friends, right? Like, if you flip it on Sanji, he needs to learn to trust his friends so that he can be himself, you know? He can have faith in himself too. So I'm going to give him MVP just for kind of bearing that pain so much. And I really hope by the end of this arc that Sanji will have more faith in his friends, or feel like he shouldn't take on as much of this pain, because it's too much for one person to take on. Nobody should be that selfless. At some point it becomes a detrimental thing, you know, even though it might be for love or out of love that he's taking on all this pain. It's still not fair to him. For the best moment, I'm going to give it to Luffy and just him confronting Sanji, taking this beating, but especially the part where, you know, he can actually see that Sanji's not being himself. You know, he's acting out. He's not really, you know, he's putting on a show. And that whole part about, you know, no matter how many times you kick me, you're the one who's actually the one getting hurt. I thought that was beautiful, really good writing. Just so sad, but Luffy's resolution, or his resolve and his faith for his friends and Sanji particularly, and his statement about not moving an inch, it's just powerful. It's something Sanji needs to hear, and obviously it's even more painful for Sanji. It'd probably be easier for him if Luffy's like, all right, fine, you're acting this way, I'm done with you, well, I'm gone. You know, that's what Sanji probably wants, and that would be really painful, but it's almost more painful that Luffy sees through this and that he's sticking there, because then, you know, Sanji can't really protect his friends in the way he wants to. And lastly, for the funniest moment, I'm gonna give it to Luffy for the cannonball move. I'm kind of curious if we're ever gonna get that Gear Force tank stuffed man version ever again, because it seems stronger than just regular Gear Force. So if that's the case, it'd be really funny, like in a future arc or maybe later, like he needs a level up, and he's just like, just give me all the food you can, and I'll go into Gear 4. It'll be sick. Too funny, dude. It's great. But yeah, I think that'll do for these episodes and review. Guys, my heart's hurting. It really is. It's that was a tough watch. I really hope that's like the hardest part of this arc that we have to watch, because I don't know how much of more like that level of immersion I can take. It's gonna kill me. But appreciate y'all being here to watch with me. If y'all enjoyed this one, consider dropping a like, commenting. Check out the Patreon if you're interested, and it'll be in the link below. But yeah, I hope you have a really good rest of your day and a really good week, and I'll catch you for the next episodes. Peace.